Yo, 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 what is up, Carmination? It's back! NASCAR is back. We had that little period there of iRacing, which, of course, Dave with the core plays did really well with, but we are back with NASCAR Live, Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, unless you have those crazy Saturday races that I'm sure are still going to be trickling in here and there.
I'll wait till the Wednesday night race this week.
So. About that. But yeah, we're back here with our NASCAR GOAT, Dave, who finished second overall of all of the NASCAR DFS analysts. He finished second overall last year, and he was actually, before coronavirus shut down the real racing and brought us iRacing, he was actually ranked number 1. So he still, as of this race, is number 1, and hopefully he can hold on to that crown and not lose it. Don't you dare lose it, Dave. Don't lose the crown. But yeah, so we do these live streams for all of our sports. This one's for NASCAR, and we are going to be answering your questions live on the stream as Dave goes through, which is his favorite, GPP plays and cash plays in different tiers. Now, that being said, there's also not just DFS plays for DraftKings and FanDuel. We also touch on Monkey Knife Fight plays and PrizePicks plays. If you have no idea what either of those are, go create a free account right now on PrizePicks.online and MonkeyKnifeFight.online. When you deposit for the first time, make sure you, on either site, make sure you use the promo code KARMA, and that is what gets you the massive deposit bonus. And then at the very end, what we like to do with our NASCAR Sunday streams is to see Dave's favorite driver to bet on who's outside the top 5 odds, and then his craziest long shot that he actually has to think of winning the entire thing. Sam says, Dave Goats. Jose's in here, says, yeah, NASCAR, what's up? Ethan, what's up? What's up, guys? Yep, keep those questions coming in, guys.
Don't chat and drive.
Don't chat and drive. Yes, if you're driving, do not chat. Just listen. Just tune in. But that being said, before we do that, a little bit more housekeeping here. I'm going to pull it up on screen. So if you want to get Dave's core plays, if you want to get all the premium stuff, you want to get Dave's every single prop play that he does on Monkey Knife Fight for NASCAR, every single prop play that he does on PrizePicks for NASCAR, all of his DraftKings and FanDuel stuff, what you want to do is you want to go to dfskarma.com. So let me pull that up here real quick. Boom, dfskarma.com. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is you're going to see Dave's cheat sheet right here, NASCAR Final Thoughts. It's a free cheat sheet. Just go to dfskarma.com, click on that, and that's where, as you see here, he has kind of ranking his cash plays, his GPP plays, upside, any drivers to fade. And then also here in the bottom left, click this one as well, and that's more of a written article. Now, all it's going to show you how to sign up for the NASCAR Core Plays. You just click this subscription here in the top left, and it's going to bring you to all 3 of our currently active subscriptions we have in coronavirus season. We just launched our Soccer Core Plays for the massive slate, Bundesliga slate of Saturday that did really well. We have the esports plays that's been going pretty good here for the last 2 months. But here in the middle, NASCAR Core Plays and Props. This gives you all of his core plays for DraftKings, for FanDuel, every single prop play he plugs in, he tells you guys in our Discord, for Monkey Knife Fight, for PrizePicks, and also any bets as well, he'll drop in the Discord channel. So this is only $10. So if you plan on playing more than $20, $30 on collectively from all of these sites combined, you definitely want to head over to dfskarma.com, click on subscriptions, sign up for this NASCAR Core Plays, and then you'll get all the premium stuff. So
what other rooms do they get in our Discord there, Travis?
You are true. So you are true, sir. You are true. I was gonna say you are correct, but you are true sounded better at the time. So what we're doing right now is because we don't have a current active package for MMA, DFS, and don't have a current active package for the KBO, for the Korean Baseball League. If you sign up for NASCAR Core Plays, you're also getting all of our premium content, our prop plays and our DFS core plays for KBO and MMA until we throw a package out for either of those if we do, and if MVP comes back. So you're actually getting 3 sports for the price of 1. So that's what Dave is trying to make. So with that being said, keep those questions coming in here. We'll get them one at a time. Hugh Hefner, I haven't seen that name in a while. Hugh Hefner says his favorite Monkey Knife Fight plays. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second here. Ethan said that you're talking to the wrong Ethan, Dave. Peter.
It must be Ethan with 2 N's.
Yeah, that's the 2 in Ethan. Steve's tuning in as well. So yeah, keep those questions coming in, and we're gonna go ahead and start off with the DFS side of things. So what we do is we go through a high tier, mid tier, and low tier on DraftKings salary. And you tell me your favorite cash play and your favorite GPP play for each of those tiers. So start things off with the top tier, your favorite cash play in the top tier range salary. Who are we looking at for this race here? Which, of course, is called the Real Heroes 400, which Dave mentioned was a no to all of those Yes.
healthcare workers,
I was gonna say
grocery
first
store
heroes,
workers,
kind of like,
all
yeah,
the,
all encompassing.
yeah, all
It's
the
kind of
people
like
that
a
have been
race for
working
them.
while we've been sitting at home. So,
Exactly. We do appreciate all you guys out there. They're still carrying through. But that being said, favorite top tier cash play.
yeah, favorite top tier cash play is going to be Brad Keselowski. One weird thing about this race, and I'm gonna get into that before I get into my, because normally we do like an overview on this, and we didn't do that. This race is a little different. There's no practice. Their drivers are there now, but their cars are getting unloaded, teched, and the first laps they get is the first lap of the race. So there's no practice or anything like that. These guys are just getting in their car and going. It's kind of like a safety measurement for this weekend and all the way through, I think, June, except for next Sunday, the Coke 600. They're actually going to do qualifying for that. So for this weekend, in order to draw a qualifying order, they pulled balls out of a whatever, like a bingo hall kind of deal. And Brad Keselowski got the #1 spot. So Brad's starting from the pole.
So wait a second. Brad is starting from the pole solely because they drew a ping pong ball out of a lottery machine.
What they did is they took first through 12th and owner points and put them in there. And then they did, was it 13th through 24th and 24th through 36th? Yeah, I mean, that way, like, no one, like, someone like, Brennan Poole isn't getting the pole, but it's just guys who have done well so far this season. They're the ones that are going to be in that certain range. So, yeah, so Brad got picked, got his number picked first for the pole, and which works out well. I'm glad because Brad's really good at Darlington. He's got one of the best driver ratings here. He won here 2 years ago, 2018. He's accumulated Dominator points, which if you're new to NASCAR, Dominator points are laps led and fastest laps. So Brad's been fast this year too. He's had speed. So there's a few things, since we don't have any practice speeds to go off of, we can look at the results from especially like Vegas and Fontana this year. Vegas more than Fontana. It's a similar racetrack to Darlington. So that he's been fast. Also, last year we look at last year's results here at Darlington, and just certain things that we normally would look at. But then practice speeds would be normally my final determination how the guy's going to do this weekend. So that's kind of the things I'm looking at with Brad. Brad's a solid, safe cash play. There's a competition caution after lap 30, I believe, and then when they come down to pit, they don't lose their spot in pits. They're gonna it's gonna be an extended pit stop in order to do adjustments to the car since they weren't able to do that in practice. So I think Brad's gonna probably already has something worked out with Alex Bowman where hey, just let me get in front. They're all gonna take it easy because no one knows what they have underneath those cars and how it's gonna handle. So it's probably gonna be a pretty boring first 30 laps, which is fine by me. So Brad will definitely lead the first part of that and then come off pit road and lead some more. Get you those early Dominator points, and I think it's definitely a safe. And he's gonna be owned. He's gonna be chalk, and cash. So you have no problem playing Brad Keselowski this week.
All right, so a few questions here before we get into the next one. But I guess the question for me that just popped in my head here is: are you saying there's zero pitch strategy with this? What they're doing here?
The first pit stop, like the first round of pit stops and stuff. They have to make it somewhat fair. These guys, they're pulling cars from the shop. They had them ready. I think they have cars ready through Bristol. What I read on Twitter.
But are they stopping every single car at the same time, or do you still choose when you pick?
I think it's first through 20th, and then 20th through 40th. I could be wrong on that. I'm trying to remember what I've read.
Gotcha. But it's like an organized.
It's basically there's it's where you come in. The only way you lose your spot is if you get passed by the pace car, and nobody's gonna do that. So you're where you come in is where you leave, no matter what. Even if someone beats you off pit road, it doesn't matter. They're gonna, they came in 12th, you came in 10th, they beat you off pit road, they're still gonna be 12th, you're gonna be 10th. So.
Gotcha. Peter on YouTube says, do you prefer 1 or 2 Dominators in cash?
In cash, it depends on who you classify as a Dominator, but 1 is fine, I think. depends on, like I said, depends on who you're saying a dominator is. Depends on your dominator group. So,
All right,
one to
another
go
question
to for
here.
sure.
Alfred on YouTube says he's new to NASCAR. First off, welcome tuning in here to the NASCAR Live every Sunday. That there's a Sunday race at noon Eastern time. We'll be on here. But he has a question. I'm new to NASCAR. What makes a racer a dominator?
Like I said earlier, dominator is a guy who leads laps and has fastest laps during the race. So you get, is it? It's 0.5 for one and 0.25 for the other. I'm not going to speak because I can't remember which one it is right now. I'm having a brain fart. I think it's 0.5 for lap sled, but it could be the other way around.
So you're not going to speak as you're speaking. All right.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Let's see. Rodney on Facebook. Hello, fellas. Guys, see y'all safe and sound. Happy Sunday. Hey, hope you're safe as well, Rodney. Appreciate it, man. So let's go ahead and go to the GPP side of the top tier price range. GPPs, who are you looking at?
I'm looking at Kevin Harvick. Personally, since I have to pick outside of the favorites, I think Kevin Harvick has a good chance of winning this race today. So that's not giving away a bet at the end of the pod. But he's got great track history here. He actually got a slightly bad end of the draw. And if Harvick got the pole, I would have been like super heavy on Harvick today. Because he's been dominant all year. He hasn't won a race, but he's been dominant all year. He was first in owner points, and when it comes to his results here, he's over the last 7 races, he's only finished outside of the top 5 once, and that was a 9th place finish. So, and he's led laps in 4 of those 7 races. He's a solid. He's got a fast car. Always unloads fast. So that's Harvick's, mo basically. Is he in practice, he's always up there near the top in practice speeds. And when you're unloading your car and going, that's one thing you got to be looking for when you're picking a driver today to put into your fantasy lineups. And I think Kevin Harvick's a solid tournament play and probably could even get some consideration for cash if you're doing like a 2 dominator cash lineup. I don't know if I'm going there, but definitely could get some cash consideration, but definitely a great tournament option.
We have Tony Q on Twitter says, would you not play Brad in GPPs?
It depends on how many lineups you're making.
All right, let's move things on over to the cash side of the middle tier range. Who are you looking at for cash games?
Cash games, pull up my final thoughts. And it's Kurt Busch.
That's all Dave does on these streams. He just pulls the final thoughts and he's like, let's just read this line here that I wrote. Oh, there you go. Let's move on to the next category.
Yeah, no, I don't want to misspeak, but I knew it was Kurt Busch. But it was more me, referencing, hey, by the way, final thoughts, which is on the DFS Karma website. Trying to get you clicks, Travis. Jeez. Kurt Busch is going to be my cash play, and he's going to be everybody's cash play today in this range. When his ping pong ball got drawn and he came in 22nd, it was like, okay, well, we all know who it's going to be like 60% owned in cash games today, and should be higher even. Kurt's a solid play here at Darlington. Last year, he led, 94 laps, I think it was, and got involved in an accident, but still finished 7th. He's last 3 races here, 7th, 6th, and 3rd. Driving a Chevy, and you're going to hear, depending on who else I talk about here, you're going to hear Chevys were fast before they went on this hiatus. So I'm looking for fast cars that have, this year with the green flag speeds and stuff like that for 2020. Kurt's a solid play for cash. He's going to have the ownership. There's reasons to play him in tournaments as well. He's going to have ownership there, and I could also see pivoting off a couple other guys, a little higher than him. That range though it's a little difficult because there's a lot of guys starting there in the mid, like the teens, who on DraftKings aren't as great of a play as they are in FanDuel, just where you worry more about finishing position than you do about like a place differential. Like Kurt Busch would be starting 22nd, who's got like top 10 upside.
Did they broadcast this ping pong lottery selection thing?
It was on NASCAR Race Hub on Thursday. It could have been like a 15-minute thing, but they drew it out the whole hour.
Did they have any? Did they have cameras on the guy on the drivers like the NFL draft?
There's like one or two guys, and of course, Boyer was one of them because Boyer. I don't know if anyone watched the iRacing broadcast, but he was for most of the races. He was the in studio driver, and he's going to be on TV one day as a announcer. It's guaranteed. That guy has such a personality. It's kind of the reason why he's my driver. But Boyer was on there, and his number got drawn. He was happy it was 13th. I wasn't. I wanted to be starting in the back. I always find a good reason to play Boyer, but this weekend there's not a good reason to play Boyer. So.
Gotcha. Let's move on to the GPP side of the middle tier. We do have some more questions coming in. Ronnie on Facebook is looking for some FanDuel plays. Now, give us a little bit more specific question there, Ronnie. Let me know what kind of contest you're playing. Now, as you see that Dave we are focusing on DraftKings when we're referring to salary because there is different scoring with the place differential. But if he says, so and so, like, oh, Keselowski's, he's good on this track, that doesn't have anything to do with DraftKings. That's still relatable over to FanDuel. So just keep in mind when you're listening to him explain things. If he says something that has nothing to do with salary or fantasy scoring, it's just how well the driver is on this track. That's easily relatable over to any other site. Moving on. Well, actually, real quick, Richard Price on YouTube says, "Do you like Kyle Busch on FanDuel at his price point?" So Kyle Busch, FanDuel.
He's
price.
the most expensive driver over there, I believe. I've gotten all my DraftKings lineups built. I haven't started my FanDuel lineups, but just because their pricing's typically always off, so it's always easy to build a nice chalky lineup. 14K, I don't know. I mean, Kyle, he's probably going to finish top 5, but what you have to sacrifice paying up for that much. In tournaments, yes. Cash, no. Make that easy.
Easy peasy. All right, so GPP middle tier. Who's your favorite?
My favorite on the GPP side is Chris Buescher. I'm very, very heavy on Chris Buescher. I think I wrote that in my final thoughts. That I'm going to go down with the ship if Buescher has an issue today. His 4 career races here at Darlington. Last year he finished 12th, then 13th, 17th, 17th, and he starts 24th. So he's got great for his price on DraftKings. It's 7,200. It's 7,200. He's got upside, place differential upside. That's pretty good for that. But with the quality of driver that he is here at Darlington, Buescher sucked at iRacing. He was like an automatic fade. When Prize Picks had him up, it's like hit the under. I don't care if it goes to like 0 or 1 and hit the under. He's not gonna do good. But when it comes to regular racing, he's actually pretty decent, and was a staple in a lot of my lineups last year. Still is, and I think today's another stand you can take on Chris Buescher to put into your GPPs. He's not in my cash lineup right now, so that's why I'm kind of referring to him as a GPP guy. I do see a build where you can put him in cash. I just think there's a couple other guys that provide better upside and results than Chris Buescher in cash. So, but go heavy on him in GPPs. Trust me.
So Ronnie kind of gave us a little bit more clarity on his question. He says he's playing the $5.55 $330K guaranteed contest on FanDuel. So that GPP there with the different scoring FanDuel has, if you're going to give him 1 or 2 drivers to build his lineup around, who would you start with? And any salary tier, just who would you start with on building around?
Eric Jones, he's 9,800, and Chase Elliott, 11,700.
All right, so there you go. Rodney, so start with Eric Jones, Chase Elliott on FanDuel, which you could be in the build around those. Let's move on now to the cheapos side of the cash games. Now you mentioned, I know we typically start things off before we start getting into this this part of things of explaining the track, the race, the cars, how they drive. You mentioned the pit stops being different. Now
this is not that type of race, if that's what you're getting to.
Well, yeah, I was going to say is with those restrictor plate kind of races, you go heavy on the cash cheapos just because of of the place differential, of their ability to avoid the big wrecks. So this is not that kind of race. So we're not necessarily playing a lot of cheapos in cash. Is that what you mean?
That's correct. I mean, you're gonna need a couple, but you're not going full on six
10,000
guys.
salary left.
Yeah, you're not gonna have like 20 grand left over in your salary or anything like that.
All right. So who's your cheapo for the cash side?
It's funny. Ty Dillon. It's another. These are the guys that are going to have ownership, and they're going to have ownership for a reason. They're good chalk. Ty Dillon, he's 5,600 on DraftKings. He's got 3 career cup starts here at Darlington. Started 20th or finished 20th, 21st, and 13th. He starts 33rd, so he's got great place differential upside from where he's starting today. So he's a solid cash play. He's a safe cash play. You know, he's got a great floor. And as you can see from his results, you know, here at Darlington, he's got tremendous upside as well. I can see him playing him in both cash and GPPs. I think he's my highest owned GPP guy as well in my tournament lineups.
All right. Ethan, 2Ns Ethan on YouTube says,
Gotcha.
for a 3 max GPP, should I have 2 dominators in all 3?
2 to 3. 2 to 3 dominators in all 3. Sorry.
Gotcha. Steve over on Facebook. Dave, what do you think about John Hunter in GPPs?
I'll pick somebody else to talk about in GPPs then, since I'll talk about John Hunter now.
Well, let's just segue into your favorite
I
cheapo
I want to talk about
GPP.
somebody else anyways, so no big deal.
Steve, way to go. You ruined the whole pod.
Yeah, I know, right? Jeez. Yeah, John Hunter's a good solid play. He's my second highest owned value guy in my tournament lineups as well. He's got upside with the place differential. There's guys like Smithley and a couple others that are starting in the 20s, like 26, 27, stuff like that. They're going to fall back, whereas these guys are going to move up because they have better equipment. And so you've got built-in place differential that's going to happen as long as they don't like blow a tire on lap 1 or, you know, get involved in an accident early in the race. They're going to pass some of these guys, so that they're going to finish in the top 30. So you got that built-in place differential.
All right. Osvaldo on Twitter says, do you like Suarez for cash?
Okay, well, here, this is it. I'm done. This is our value GPP talk then. We're done talking about this after this because that was what guys going to talk about. All right, so Suarez, yeah, he's great. He's got a great floor. He starts 37th. So you're definitely gonna, put him into your GPPs. He's cheap. He's not as cheap as these guys. He's 6,200. So it makes it's a little different. I think that's gonna probably draw some ownership off Suarez, as people go to like Ty and John Hunter. But Suarez, over this break, this team came together. I think when did Suarez announce that he was driving for Gaunt Brothers? I think it was like in January or something like that, and then Daytona's in February. This break's probably given them some time to kind of take a step back and reorganize and reevaluate how they're doing things. And I think actually it's going to help Suarez. It's not like Suarez was doing bad. I think he had a battery. I know this for a fact because I think he was in my cash lineup that week, and people were freaking out in Discord. And Suarez, I think at the beginning of the race, had an issue with his battery or something, and ended up having to just drive around and finish in 30th. I think we cashed that week anyway, so there's no problem. So he knows how to drive. He's a good driver. The equipment's not the greatest, but it's better than some others. So starting 37th, when there's 40 cars in the field, the floor is it's got a high floor, and he's probably looking at maybe a 30th place finish, and at his price, I'll take that, and he could do even better.
All right. Yeah, Manav. So the bets to win we're going to be doing after the Monkey Knife Fight and Prize Picks play. So just stay tuned. Those will definitely be happening right before we wrap up here. So let's see. Before we get into your favorite Monkey Knife Fights play, it looks like OS on YouTube wants to know your thoughts on Alex Bowman.
Bowman's risky on DraftKings and even on FanDuel. He's a GPP play on FanDuel. GPP play on DraftKings. He starts second. My issue with Bowman is he needs to lead laps. And I just don't see these guys getting really racy at the beginning of the race because no one knows what they have.
Right.
And Bowman's been fast this year. His track history here is bad. I mean, he did good last year, and I think he got involved in an accident, something like that. That's why he finished 29th, I think it was, or something like that, whatever it is. And so Bowman's a GPP play for me only, just because he needs stuff to happen for him that's not predictable in my eyes. So that's my stance on Bowman. Some other people might like him more and think that he might pass Brad. And sure could. I mean, he could pass Brad and lead those first 30 laps and then lead after the competition caution as well. So but that's the risk you're playing with Bowman.
Gotcha. OS, with your Harvick Kozlowski question, let us know if you're referring to GPP or cash game. But while we wait on that, let's go to the Monkey Knife Fight side of things. So if you have never played on a site called Monkey Knife Fight, first off, shame on you. We've been destroying Monkey Knife Fight for the past 17 months now for all of Karma Nation. So go to monkeyknifefight.online, sign up for a free account. When you deposit for the first time, use the promo code Karma, as you see right here, side of the screen. Gets you up to, I believe, $50 for free, $50 for free, 100% deposit bonus match. But that being said, how it works in a nutshell is they give you different drivers with fantasy scoring, and then you have to just say if they're going to get more or less than whatever the number's posted. Now, you have to pay attention to the fantasy scoring because it's not necessarily identical to DraftKings or FanDuel. You just make sure, no matter what sport you're playing on Monkey Knife Fight, you do pay attention to the scoring. But they always pair at least two drivers together where you can't, pick this guy here and then this guy here and put them together. So they give you two or more drivers together. But from what you're seeing right now in your options, Dave, what is your favorite two driver selection on Monkey Knife Fight at this very moment? So people are watching live. They can go really quick over to Monkey Knife Fight, create an account, plug it in, and call it a day.
Trying to think of, I'm looking at a couple here. Way to go, Ethan. Ethan just told everyone that we're dropping them right now on the pod. So
they should be tuning in anyway, Ethan. If you're not tuned in here, shame on you. Like, we've had so many winning Monkey Knife Fight prize picks, and then even bets to win and stuff, that if you don't tune into this thing every Sunday, there's a Sunday race, then you don't like money.
Right.
If you don't like money, then why are you playing DFS? But yeah, Dave, what's your favorite Monkey Knife Fight play?
I'll give a safe cash play for MKF. Let's go to the more or less the pick two right over three, and I'm gonna hit all the less. And the reason behind this, and Ethan and I actually talked about this, is in order for those three to hit, they basically have to finish in the first, second, and third, and I think Kyle Busch has to finish fourth now. The odds of that happening, nope, 16 point, yeah, 4. So all three of these guys had to finish between first and fourth. So I'm gonna play the odds here, and I'm gonna hit the less on all three of them. Now that's for 2 of 3. Don't do for 3 of 3. I think a little bit differently on this. I think one of those guys, I think Harvick or Brad, goes over. So a safe play would be the 2 of 3 hitting all the less.
All right. I was just I was watching I have the stream pulled up on my phone, so I'm watching if there's any questions that pop up there that don't pop up in the other chat. And then I just saw that your Prize Picks is just tuned in here. So what's up, Prize Picks? I hope you enjoy the shirt here and this little sidebar there. But yeah, speaking of Prize Picks, good timing. Good timing, Prize Picks.
What lines do I want them to move in my favor? Hold on a second. Everyone tune into the Discord, and I'll tell you exactly what I really meant.
Yeah, so Prize Picks in a nutshell, if you guys haven't played before, wow. So it's a similar to Monkey Knife, as we just mentioned, but it's the way it's different is because you're not forced to play two specific drivers. You can pick. They give you, let's say, just for example, let's say there's 12 drivers in this race they give you, and then they'll give you, 12 players in Korean baseball. They'll give you 12 fighters in MMA, and they'll give you all these different athletes in all these different sports with certain over-unders of fantasy points, and then you can pick and choose from each different sport you want to. So you don't have to pick 2 or 3 or 4 people from one sport. You can kind of mix and match. So that's pretty neat there. So if somebody like Dave or Bales with MMA says, this is my MMA Prize Picks lock of the day, and then Dave also says this is my NASCAR lock of the day.
Started on that.
You can put them together. Boom, you got yourself a 2-pick just like that. So yeah, it's the same thing. You're going over under of you're going over under of your man. I got so many non-questions are popping up in chat that I'm losing my train of thought.
Look at you! I see the picture of you in our Discord right now. You do look. I don't know if I've ever seen you without a hat on.
Yeah. So if you guys, so everybody in our Discord before we went live, they all placed bets on what hat. Because I literally have like 35 hats that I alternate, and they're like, let's place bets on what kind of hat Travis is gonna be wearing on stream. And I'm like, screw you guys. I'm gonna win all the money because I'm not even gonna put one on. But that being said, Prize Picks, your favorite 2.
This will show if they're really paying attention. They move these numbers like super quick. Let's see. I've kind of got all my bets in for the week because I dropped MKF plays, Monkey Knife Fight plays. I think I dropped yesterday, and Prize Picks plays I dropped on Friday for NASCAR. So we've got them at different numbers than we do now, but there's still a couple good numbers here that I feel comfortable playing. I'd probably flex it just because it's NASCAR and things happen, accidents happen. So I'll give you a 3-play. So a 3-play flex. It's Kevin Harvick over 34.5. Alex Bowman under 31. And one more. Let's go Matt DiBenedetto under 28.5.
All right, so repeat all those 3 again.
Go back and watch the stream.
Actually, good segue. I was going to say repeat them again, but it's whatever. You just repeat them.
Kevin Harvick over 34.5. Alex Bowman under 31. And Matt DiBenedetto under 28.5. Now let's see how quick those lines move.
All right, so that being said, so I was going to segue to you saying go back and watch. So if you guys are tuning in at any part of this stream that's not the beginning, you're like, crap, I forgot they do NASCAR streams every Sunday race at noon on the dot Eastern time. These are all replayable, and that's why we like doing them at noon. So this lock, I believe, is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So there's literally 3 hours till lock. So if you're tuning in right now and you're like, I really want to know what the other stuff is, DFS side of things, DraftKings side of things, it's all replayable. As soon as the stream ends at the end, you can immediately watch from the beginning, fast forward, rewind, and go to different parts of it. That's the best part about streaming. It's recorded live, and you can just automatically pops up. Just go back to it, refresh, and you can watch from the beginning once we finish up. So we got the DraftKings plays in, we got the Monkey Knife Fight plays in, we got the Prize Picks plays in. Now we're moving on to the finale. Manav, this is for you, my man. He keeps asking us like over and over again on the YouTube. He's like, give me the winners. I need to bet on them. All right, so this is what we do every single stream for NASCAR. Just to repeat up what I said at the beginning of it. We get Dave's favorite bet to win, but they cannot be inside the top 5. So there's a lot of juice, or a lot of not juice. What do I usually say? I forgot. It's been a while. Coronavirus, it's screwing with my vocabulary. That being said, your favorite driver to win who is outside the top 5 in odds, so you actually get more bang for your buck. I think that's what I was going for originally. So you're not betting on someone who's like crazy favorite. You're not going to get much if they win. Outside the top 5, on the bets you're looking at right now, who is the best chance of winning this race?
The odds aren't like super, super bad to this week. I mean, Kyle Busch is a favorite at plus 55 or 500.
Looks like coronavirus is screwing with everybody.
Yeah, 5.5 to 1. There we go. That's Kyle Busch, So I mean, normally you get someone a little bit closer, but for me, out of top 5, I'm looking at DK Sportsbook, and you got Chase Elliott plus 900, so 9-1 to win. So,
all right, so 9-1 is his favorite driver to win outside the top 5 favorite odds. Now, the least favored driver odds-wise that you think, and it may even be easier, I think, this week because of this ping pong thing, the ping pong ball selection, especially you're talking about Kurt being so far back.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, then anyway, your least favored odds driver that you think actually has a shot of winning on this track today.
Oh, here we go. I'm between Eric Jones and Kurt Busch. I'm gonna go Kurt Busch plus 2,000, so 20-1.
I called it. See, I'm paying attention. That's what I was just saying before you said that has nothing to do with it. Like, no, you said get Kurt because he's as soon as his ping pong ball got selected, he became an almost auto lock because of the place differential. I'm like, well, I'm assuming that's probably going to be Dave's least favorite driver because of his position start. But that being said, that to repeat the drivers he's betting on, what is your 9-1 bet again?
You don't pay attention to me, do you?
I'm repeating.
Chase Elliott.
So yeah, Chase Elliott 9-1, and then we have Kurt. And what was Kurt's odds?
20-1.
All right, so we have a 9-1 bet and 21.
To be honest here, I think Harvick wins this race. I'm just telling you that right now, but he's at the third best odds to win the race. So,
what's his odds right now? You're seeing for Harvick
7-1.
7?
7-1.
That's pretty good for being your favorite one to win.
The odds aren't like crazy bad, even for some of the favorites. So,
all right, let's see. See if there's any last minute questions here. Is Bubba Wallace any good as a cheap option on DraftKings for cash or GPP? It seems like he's pretty good at. He has pretty good end placements.
Nope. I fully faded him this week.
All right.
He's starting too far. Let me elaborate a little bit on that. He's starting too far forward. The upside for him is small. I mean, there's a chance somehow, some way, pit strategy and accidents and stuff like that he could get up there. But I think he's starting 17th. I think that's probably the best that he finishes today. And I just don't. There's other people around him that I would rather play.
All right. Well, that being said, that pretty much wraps up the stream. So you said there's a Wednesday. So what does the race schedule look like? Let's just paint the picture. Paint the picture for people that aren't paying attention to the race schedule.
Here's the race schedule for the next 2 weeks. So there's a race today. Then they have tomorrow off. Then there's an Xfinity race on Tuesday night. Another Cup race on Wednesday night. And then they're off till Sunday. And that's the Coke 600. Then I'm 99% confident. I have to look back. It seems a little silly to be racing on Memorial Day, but with the way of times we're on, I believe there's a truck race next week on Monday or Tuesday. I'll look into that one. And then there's an Xfinity race, and then there's another Cup race on Wednesday. So
a lot of races. Now, yeah,
seven races in 11 days.
And the best part is that this $10. So it's, if you remember what I pulled up at the beginning, which I can pull up here at the end again to show you where it's at. So if you go to dfskarma.com, which is what we're looking at right now on screen, you click on subscriptions in the top left. These are the 3 current active subscriptions we have for things that are available right now. We have NASCAR core plays and props, esports core plays and props, and of course soccer with the Bundesliga that started up yesterday. Now, this $10 a week doesn't just cover the main NASCAR Monster Energy series. It covers everything that Dave just said. So he's going to be dropping core plays and prop plays, if available, for every single race from at any day. So when you're paying $10 a week here, as you see in the middle, that literally covers all of that. So that's why we priced it very favorably for go ahead, Dave.
Is Prize Pick still in the thing? I'm just
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if they left.
Oh, dang. I was seeing if they were going to do Xfinity and truck props. I know Monkey Knife Fight does Xfinity props, so there was a slight rumor going around that they might do Xfinity and truck props. So I was gonna see if I could get an answer.
We'll send a quick email to our reps and see if they can throw it in there. So last question before we officially wrap up the stream, Alex P on YouTube. If you want to cash highly in tournaments, if everything goes right, how many low percentage own guys do you need, and around what percentage should you aim for?
I got the first part of that question. The second part, I'm a little confused by.
I think maybe he means what total percentage. That's how I took it. Like total percentage of your entire lineup. Maybe. That's how. I mean,
I'm thinking like low owned guys. You probably want like 2 guys, low owned. Like I'm not talking low owned. I'm talking in like the like 15 or less. Because NASCAR is a little different. There's only 40 guys, and there's about like 10 of them you can probably, like 8 to 10 of them that you could probably X out. So then you got 30 guys, 30 drivers basically. available in your pool. So low owned is still 15, 18%. But definitely probably at least two of those guys in your lineup. I don't know if that helps answer that question.
All right. Well, that being said, we are now 45 minutes deep into the stream. It is replayable, so as soon as this ends here in a hot millisecond, just give it a second to process on whatever you're watching it right now, whether it's YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, any of those channels. It is replayable, so just give it a hot second, and it will be you can rewind it, fast forward, all that stuff. But we hope you guys got a lot of intel here. If you guys do cash on any of the sites, whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, Prize Picks, Monkey Knife Fight, or with your sports book,
make sure one more thing too. Just saying.
We forgot one more thing.
Yep. We forgot one more thing. Let me check and see if it's worth it. Keep going. Keep talking. I just didn't want you to end it without me saying a word. So go ahead.
I have no idea what you're referring to. But anyway, my closing statement is that if you do win with any of the intel that Dave provided here on the stream, make sure you grab that screenshot, throw it up on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter specifically for this. But throw it up on Twitter and then tag the home account at DFS_Karma. And then you can also tag Dave as well. And his Twitter handle's been underneath his face the entire time, at DavidJr831. But that being said, Dave, what did we forget?
We forgot. Anyone that's in our Discord that's not in it yet, there are 4 spots left in the NASCAR DraftKings tournament that we're putting on. So if you're in our Discord, go to our NASCAR Premium, NASCAR Chat, any of those. The link is in there. There's 4 spots left, and I believe Anthony is basically, it's not matching, but it's pretty darn close to an extra bonus prize for people that finish first, second, and third. And it's only $5 to enter. It's a fun little thing for our Discord members, just little get back to NASCAR thing. There's, like I said, there's only 4 spots left though. So you got about 3 hours to get in there. So.
All right, so just to recap what Dave just said, we do private contests on our partners at DraftKings all the time for various sports. We have a NASCAR private contest going on right now. The link is in our Discord. It's a private entry, $5. And then what he's saying also that Anthony, CEO, has thrown a lot of money in there as bonus cash. So even though DraftKings will give you X amount of dollars for first place, we're actually going to pad that with I think we had like $75 for first place. So
just 75, 50, 25, something like that.
Yeah, so we do a lot of private contests like that, especially with our partners at ACR Poker Online as well, where we'll do like poker events. We'll add a lot of money in there. We'll do private events on DraftKings or any of our other partners and throw a lot of extra money. So make sure you get in our Discord. Right now it's free during the coronavirus season. All you got to do is just send us a DM on Twitter. We'll literally get you in there for free. We've been posting free links on our Twitter every single week. But we hope you guys have great luck here today. Remember to throw those screenshots up there, and any other questions, just refer to Dave in our Discord channel. But until next stream, good luck, guys.